Recently, and I highlight this to demonstrate for those who wrongly believe that the government is not equally or more concerned than every one of us about what is happening in Trinidad and Tobago, speaking to the national community on behalf of his government, the Prime Minister recently published a statement just a couple days ago. In that statement, he said, and I quote, "The unacceptable high level of violent crime in the country has attracted the consistent attention and not inconsiderable resources of the state. There is much more to be done in very many areas. It was my hope and genuine expectation that the ongoing national effort against violent crime, particularly murders and other violent assaults, would have seen a reduction in the number as we go forward." As much, he went on to say, as much as the police has done, they are required to do much more if the stated objectives are to be attained. The government will continue to provide full support to the police and other agencies and encourages all stakeholders from the home to the courthouse to provide no safe harbor and comfort to the criminal element, which believes that it can plan, execute, and terrorize this nation with impunity. And we have all seen crimes perpetrated with impunity. No mask, no attempt to hide, high daylight in very public places, impunity. He went on to say, in part, "We call on households of interest to get involved in doing more to increase the safety and security we all so desperately need. Special appeals, I make some special appeals. If I make special appeals, they are to the police, that they make the criminals uncomfortable with penetrating methods. To those who know and are doing or saying nothing, stop normalizing criminal conduct in your social life. And to those who share the proceeds of the violent criminal conduct, stop encouraging or shielding your family members and friends who are encouraging criminal conduct." The statement continues, "The government does not believe that we are a nation that cannot get the upper hand on criminal conduct, which has evolved to becoming a major public health issue at this time. But we will all need to do more and even do differently if we are to keep violent criminal conduct where it belongs." I quoted from this statement to demonstrate a couple things. One, that the government, through the lips of the Prime Minister, remains severely, deeply concerned about the circumstances facing you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago. But I also highlight this to reinforce his appreciation of the fact, because it was the Prime Minister who led a regional consultation at the Hyatt in 2023, in the month of April, I think the 17th of April and the 18th, where we identified not just Trinidad and Tobago, but the region, violence and crime as a public health concern. So he is calling on all of us, treating it the way COVID-19 was handled by all of us, making personal sacrifices, doing things to deal with this matter. It is not about Dana Brega alone, or Mohammed alone, or Heinz alone. It is about all of us. And I heard, much to my pleasure, the very highly educated and spiritually attuned Archbishop Jason Gordon, the Archbishop